So yeah, congratulations, Mark, for another property under contract with our leads. I'm really happy for you. That's of course the whole idea. If this turns out to close, that means that it's all um it's all a win because you already kind of broke it even with your first deal. I mean, with Hessel Media and your investment with Hessel Media. So this is whole money to your pockets if it closes, which I'm pretty optimistic is going to happen. So, Mark, can you please me a little bit more context about, about this seller situation and what was the condition of the property, all that stuff?
Condition was okay, just a little bit dated, but apparently she's behind on bills, um, payments, HOA. Um, she wouldn't go into much detail, but she needs money. So um, she wanted $600,000 for her house, and I said, I can't do that. I looked at some comps and ultimately sent her an offer for 429. Um, and then she was kind of caught off guard at first, and then a day later said, "Is there any way to get money up front?" Basically, um, release the earnest money to her. She wanted $10,000 before they closed. And I said, "Yeah, we can definitely do that. I just obviously have to have a contract." So um, that's what we did. But putting it out on our email list to shoot out, everybody's numbers are coming in lower than what I have it tied up for. Everybody's just very, very conservative right now. So um,
Right.
I got to figure out either keep working on some buyers. My next step is to go back to the buyer or seller and hit her with a price reduction. Um, we've had some success in the past, if we're looking for like 5, 10, 15 grand, but shit, this one might be like 50 grand. I don't know if I can get that.
50.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody's purchase price is coming in less than 400 grand, and I have it for 430.
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge difference. What had you making that offer? How much is the ARV of the property?
I had like 575.
575. And how much does it need in repairs?
I said 60, but everyone else is telling me close to 80.
Well, it's not much of a big difference. Let's
Yeah.
say that if it's close to 80, you'll be around the 510. Still, there is room. I mean, the market is low. So what people is giving you or telling you is that I mean, getting to sell it for 575 or so is gonna be tough,
Yeah.
right?
That's what everyone's afraid of right now. So they say 575, but they're planning for maybe more than 555, right?
Hmm. Well, if that was the case, 555, there's still, a good profit there. So, and how are you looking for a buyer, Mark? Do you use any tool like Investor Base or just the pool of buyers that you already have?
We were using Investor Lift back in the day, but I don't have the funds to pay for that right now. So I'm just using all my old contacts and then putting it out on our investment groups on Facebook right now.
I see. Yeah, Investor Lift is pretty, expensive, but have you heard about Investor Base? It's kind of,
Uh,
it's
I don't remember if
literally,
we talked. I don't know if we
it's,
remember if we talked about it or not.
I think so. It's literally 10% of Investor Lift cost. So you pay it on Investor Lift like 2,500 a month. On Investor Base, you pay 249, and it gives you the exact same thing.
Okay.
I mean, even I would say it's even better. It will help you find buyers wherever. It will rank the buyers depending on how much they have purchased in that specific area, how much they offer in that specific area. I mean, it's a really, really nice tool, and it's way less expensive. Yeah, Investor Lift is just crazy. So maybe
Okay.
you can explore that one. It
Yeah,
could
we
help
had
you
investor lift for.
investor
Yeah, I'll
page.
look into that because I need. Okay.
There you go. All
Yeah,
right.
so
So
I'll keep working it today. I'll keep working it today and see if we can find a buyer. But um, I know she's going to be bugging me for her 10 grand, and that's to be determined. So
all right. So you haven't wired yet the EMD.
no.
Okay, but is she under contract already?
Yeah. Yeah. So we
Okay.
have till end of day tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So pretty much what you're trying to do is to kind of renegotiate a little bit with her. And what will be like your lowest, or let's say after negotiating, what will be your highest?
Uh, well, I'm trying to get a couple buyers to be like, hey, if I go and talk to this seller and renegotiate and get it, are you in based on, hey, I don't want to go back to her. Say I get a 40, $50,000 price drop, and then
Hmm.
I still don't have a committed buyer, um, then she's going to be pissed, right? So
Yeah.
um, the guys I'm talking to, I've done deals with before. So I said, just let me know where you're at. And if you're in, um, I told them, hey, I'll send you an assignment contract. This deal move forward if I can get the price reduction. If I can't, then just FYI, this might fall through, but you'll know in a matter of days. It's typically what I've done in the
Jeez.
past.
Wow.
So I don't know if you have a better strategy. Like I said, we've done 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 grand in the past, but I've asked for 50 before. I've never got it.
Ouch. Okay. Gotcha. I think it's a good deal though. I mean, I think there is still room to work it out. Um, well, in what type of deal that was, Mark? Is that a wholesale offer?
Oh,
A
yeah,
cash
it'll be
offer?
wholesale.
All right, perfect. Mm, excuse me. Was there anything? Well, I'm pretty sure that there was things that you've learned from this deal, but there was anything in particular that you happened to learn from this, negotiation and conversations with this lady that you uh, could get to apply in future deals?
Uh, yeah, try to have a little bit more market intel um,
Hmm.
versus where we were, kind of getting back into this, for the last 3 months. My deal analysis is not 100%. So
All right.
everybody's just
But you
way more
still,
conservative than they were. Just, everybody's very, very hesitant. So,
I know, but you know what I think? that trying to stay in that safe space is also risking businesses.
yeah,
So I think it's also important to kind of sometimes take a leap of faith and go a little bit beyond the boundaries. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah, I did. We'll see.
So yeah, you did exactly. So let's stay optimistic, Mark. I think the numbers are still, they still have room to work things out, and especially if you're able to renegotiate and maybe have a little drop in the price, you can make it happen for sure.
Yeah,
All right.
me.
So, Mark, let me ask you, could you please walk me through your sales process? What were your techniques, strategies to build rapport with this lady and negotiate the deal?
Yeah, so once I get a hold of them, I just ask them a question about the property, right? Try to figure out if it's worth my time to go out to the property. Hey, what's the condition? How soon are you looking to sell? Um, what kind of price are you looking for? Things of that nature, and basically tell them, hey, sounds like a property we're interested in. Typically, when I come out, I like to walk it, take pictures, estimate what repairs we would need to do. Um, and then I can typically have an offer to you that same day. And then basically tell them, hey, no fees, no commissions, etc. Then once I go over there, that's kind of what I do, and then I just kind of let them talk a little bit more, and that's typically when people open up. She was
Yeah.
was telling me about her situation, and then I need money. Would you guys be able to do a down payment or earnest money release so we have funds right away versus all the proceeds at closing? I said, yeah, we can do that. We can do it. Close early and give you a post occupancy if that works. Trying to figure all that stuff out. And then I shoot them over an offer amount. Um, written offer via email, and once I sent it, I said, let me know your thoughts. Happy to answer questions, and then um, people either say fuck off or hey, I'm interested.
Yeah, that's right. Um, so it sounds like she was in a rush to have money in her pockets, like right away, not the full amount, but something.
Correct.
Like there was an urgency to pay something, pay out something or something like that, right?
Yeah, she wanted 20 grand. I told her I couldn't do that. I said the most we could do is 10.
Okay. I'm thinking, Mark, of course, this is just something that I put on the table, but I'm thinking that maybe that negotiation to drop a little bit the price could go better if you increase that EMD. For example, let's say that you convince her to drop 40, 50 grand in exchange of giving her 15 instead of 10. I don't know. It just
It's
occurs to
something.
me
Yeah,
that it might
it's
work.
something.
Given that she seems to be in a rush to get quick money, probably she's getting caught up by a debt or something that she needs to cover real quick. So if you give that solution, maybe she's gonna be open to drop the price. In the end, Mark, remember, if she's having that type of problem or inconvenience, like having to pay a debt or something, and you put 5 grand extra on the table, you are presenting yourself as a problem solver, right? And she will appreciate that. I don't know. I'm just leave it that way, and of course you will see if that is something that could work for you. All right, my brother. Well, I'm guessing this everything happened over the phone, right? Or did you get to meet her in person?
So I went in person.
Oh, nice.
Um, yeah, I've always had more success in person. The problem is it's time consuming, right?
Oh,
Driving
yeah.
driving an hour, spending an hour with her, driving an hour back, and then analyzing deals and stuff. Spending 4 or 5 hours to get a deal. That's
Yeah.
fine. But my question to you is: are most of your guys doing stuff over the phone, virtually? Or is it half and half?
It's I would say half and half. I mean, there is a mixture. So, for example, we do have clients that are doing nationwide targeting. So, of course, they don't get to meet in person with most of their sellers. There is other people that, just like you, they do prefer to go, you know, put in front of them, shake their hands, make things more organic and natural. I actually personally think that it's way more efficient when you actually show your face and, hey, this is me, This is
Yeah,
Mark, the one that was on the phone. So yeah, I would say it's a 50-50 mixture of a little bit of everything.
gotcha. Yeah, we tried in Kansas City virtually. We just everything 50% we're falling out of contract just because we're going based off what the seller's telling us. We may get some pictures, so it's kind of going in there blind. And then once we get buyers in there, they're like, we're way off. And it's just like, I don't know.
I know, man. But actually, investor base can give you the opportunity to even expand to other areas because you will not be necessarily in that local area.
Yeah.
So definitely that is going to be an opportunity. My invitation, Mark, is to go explore the website and the perks that they offer, and of course, you are the only one who knows that if it works for you or not. How
Yeah. I'll look
long
at that.
how long did it take to from the moment the lead came in until you got it under contract?
Uh, when did she come in? It's probably like 4 or 5 days.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty quick. And I know there is no clue yet about the potential ROI, but let's say that if we make an average, a potential average of how much that could be, how much would you say, realistically speaking? And according to the conditions, let's say, not considering that she's dropping her price.
Oh, put 15 grand.
15 grand. Well, that's still money in your pockets. Um, of course, let's try to make it higher, but yeah, I think 15 grand is still a good deal, a decent deal. Um, did you explore, or would you tell me more about like the metrics, the data that you evaluate to actually analyze the potential profitability of this deal?
Uh, just comps, fix and flips in the neighborhood, what they're
Okay.
reselling for, time to market. Um,
And is it actually, I mean, the properties surrounding this one are actually around the same pricing, 570, 575?
yeah, anywhere from 550, 575, just depends on level of rehab, right?
Right, absolutely. But I do understand that this one does not need that much repairs, correct? Or it does.
I didn't think so, but based off the pictures I sent to some buyers, everybody was coming in a little bit higher than I was. So
Wow.
um, I might have missed. That's where I might have missed.
Hmm, I see. But how far they are with your numbers?
Like 20 grand
Oh,
ish.
wow. Okay. So it will be a great win if you happen to convince her to drop 20 to 30 grand. Of course, the more
Yeah.
the better, but
Yeah. We'll see. I got to have some more conversations today and see what guys, what's their, I'll say, hey, give me a firm number. Right now, one guy told me he'd buy it at 380, so I have it at 430. So I'd have to get down to 370, right, to make anything. Um,
geez.
One other guy said mid threes. Another guy said he'd be under 400. So I just got to figure out where these guys are at and then see how serious they are, right? And then go back to
Yeah.
her.
All right. Well, I think it's worth to give it a shot. Negotiate for 370, and in exchange, maybe giving her the 20 grand that she was expecting at the beginning. That might be a game changer for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, she seems to be, I mean, to have that urgency of quick money. So maybe you can use that, on your advantage. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. It's worth a shot.